Now let me tell you about my friend Dave, who's a sales analyst from Pennsylvania. One fine day, Dave was sitting with his boss in a meeting and his boss asked, "Hey, can you get the invoice number for this particular customer?" And instantly, Dave wrote a formula using XLOOKUP and get the invoice number. But then he also realized that there are multiple invoice numbers for that particular customer. And then his boss asked, "Hey, can you get all the invoice numbers for this particular customer?" Dave had to make a few Google searches to find a formula that worked at that time. But in the evening, Dave gave me a message and said, "Hey, can you share a function or any formula that could be a little less complex when I want to get all the matching values for a particular value or a particular customer?" So I gave him a different approach that I'm going to show you in this video. So if I take you to my screen, you can see here, either I can get the first invoice or the last invoice. So when I use 1, it gives me the first invoice, that is 0003. And if I say -1, it gives me the last invoice, that is 0026. So that's how I'm getting these invoice numbers using XLOOKUP. And that was the reason I shared a different approach with the Dave. So let's have a look. Now here I have all the invoices for this particular customer, and I'm going to show you how to write this formula. So the function that we are going to use is the filter function. And when I enter the filter function, let me just enter it here. Let me enter the filter function. So when I enter the filter function, it gives me 3 arguments to define: array, include, and if empty. And now when I say array, I need to specify the column or multiple columns or entire range from where I want to get the value in return, or multiple values in return. And after that, in the include argument, I'm going to specify the customer column where I'm going to test my condition. And within the same argument, I'm going to say equals and specify the customer's name that I want to test. And in the third argument, that is if empty, I'm going to add a small message that says no invoice found. Now this message is because if I don't have any invoice for any particular customer, I will get this message in return. And now as soon as I hit enter, I get all the invoices for this particular customer in return. And if I change the customer's name, let's say if I go to this customer or this customer, I'm getting all the invoices in a single formula. Now let's understand how this filter function works. Let me just come back to the first customer. Now let me edit this function and show you how this function works. So here I have invoice number column, and when I press F9, you can see I have all the invoice numbers here. And in the include argument, I have customer's name column, but I also testing a condition. And when I press F9 here, you can see I have these values: false, false, true, false, false. Now this is because I'm testing a condition here. So when I say this particular customer, I have 5 true values here, and I only get invoices where I have true values. So if I have 5 true values, I only get 5 invoices from the invoice column. And if I don't have any invoice for this particular customer, I will not have any true in this array, and I'll get no invoice found message in return. And that's how this filter function is working. It tests the condition, check for all the truths, and from the first array, the array argument, it returns values where I only have true. Now, let's say if you want to have all the invoices in a single cell, instead of having these invoices in 5 different cells, you just want to have these invoices in a single cell. So you just need to use the exact same function, but you need to wrap your function with array to text. In the array argument, you have the filter function, and in the format, you just need to use 0, close your function, hit enter, and you have all the invoices in a single set. And you can also see, and if I change the customer name here, you can see I'm getting all the invoices in a single set. So that's how you use. Now at this point, we know how to get all the values for a lookup value or even in a single cell. But let's say if you want to have a specific value, specific invoice from the data for a customer, in that case, we need to add a little bit in our formula. So have a look. Now here, when I enter the filter function, and specify the invoice number column, and then in the include the customer column and customer's name for the condition. And now when I hit enter, I get all the 5 invoices. But now, as I said, I only need a specific invoice, third invoice or fourth invoice or fifth invoice or any nth invoice. So for this, I'm going to use a specific function that will wrap the filter function. So I'm going to say choose rows. And for array argument in the choose rows function, I have the filter function. And then in the row number, I'm going to say this cell. I'm going to close it and hit enter. And the moment I enter a value here, let's say 2, I get the second invoice. And if I say 5, I get the fifth invoice here. You can see I have 0026 and this is the fifth invoice, and here I have the invoice number 0026. Now let me remind you, filter function is not a lookup function but data extraction function, and that is the reason I can take it a little further and add one more condition into it. Have a look. Here when I enter the filter function and specify again the invoice column here in the array argument, and then go to the customer name column and say this is my customer's name that I want invoice numbers for. I'm going to close this function and hit enter. I get all the invoices for this customer. Now, let's say if I want to have invoices for a specific month for a specific customer. So, the customer name and for a specific month. So, in that case, I'm going to specify one more condition here. Let me just split this function. Let me just use the alt. And now, what I'll do, I'll write two conditions between the, I'll write two conditions in include argument. The first condition is there, that is for the customer name. I'll wrap it with parenthesis, and then I'm going to use the asterisk sign. So asterisk sign here is for multiplication. And again, I'm going to start one more bracket, and here I'm going to use one more function, that is the text function. And I'm going to specify the column with the dates, and I'm going to say give me month names, and I'm going to specify that give me month name in the MMM format. That's the short form of month name. And now text function will extract month name from all the dates that we have in the date column. And the condition is to test all these months with the value from this cell. So I have two conditions here. Let me just close this one also. And now let me come back and say no invoice found. Close my function, hit enter, and now I have 3 invoices instead of the old, because now I have 3 invoices instead of all the invoices. Now when I say Feb, I get 3 from the Feb month. Let me just change the customer name here. These are the 3 invoices, this one, and this one, because these 3 are from the Feb month. Now let me edit this formula and show you how it works. When I select this one and convert it into hard values, you can see I have true and false based on the condition if the customer name is there or not. And for the second condition, when I again press F9, now I get true and false based on the month name. So if the month is February, you can see a big part of this array is true because all the dates downwards are from the Feb month. And when we use this asterisk sign multiply these two arrays with each other. And when I press F9 here, I get one more array where instead of having true and false, I have 0 and 1. These are again same like true and false. So for true, I have 1, and for false, I have 0. And now I have 1, 1, 1. That means 3 values. And for these ones, 3 ones, I have dates here that I get in return from formula. So that's how these arrays are working, where we have 2 arrays for conditions and 1 array to get invoice numbers. Hey, thanks for watching this video and make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. And this is a video on XLOOKUP to get the exact match in Excel. Make sure to watch and I'll see you in the next video.